So with that, I'll say good morning to everyone in the shop, doing my early morning thing, and forgot, hey, I gotta do my morning coffee, so I'm thankful about that. And how's everybody doing today on this Wednesday? My heart goes out to all those preparing for the hurricane out there in Florida. I got some family there, family here from there. So prayers, and you can make it through. And the challenge is every day that we have to face. Let's do it together sometimes in spirit. So anyways, moving forward. So this is one of the things that I am starting to do now, right? It's the whole, you see me put it out on the video there because it's my new venture that I want to share with you, my exciting things that I want to show you that I've been doing lately. And part of this is because it has given me so much purpose of trying to tackle something new, to find something new that I am a student again, that I am in awe of becoming, and that's be able to sharpen things my way. I'm good at destroying things. I'm not good at building things. I'm good at designing things and putting to the test, but the building of those designs, it's something that I have not become, and that's the journey that I want to take. That's because I've learned in my older ages to approach a new passion and a new purpose from a place of possibilities and not a place of fear of failure. And that's one thing I learned about myself in my past, that a lot of the things that I didn't excel in building stuff and all this, was due to because I didn't have the right mentors or the people to teach me the things when I wanted to be mechanical, when I wanted to learn stuff. I wanted to be around my pops, my father was good at all these things, but he always said, go play and do these things. So I'd get so frustrated, I'd pick violent sports and all these things. So I just wanted to get it out of my system. But I wanted to learn. So what happens? I found out a lot about myself. That's why I'm angry and approaching a lot of things that I want to do, because I want to overachieve. I did not come from a place of opportunity. I came from a place of overachieving because I didn't understand what was being taught. I didn't have a backup. I didn't have a mentor to teach me there. I came from a place to where I didn't want to fail because I'm already told I'm not good enough to make things. Go play, do this other stuff. I wanted to learn this. No, you're not mechanical. Go do something else. So when I wanted to learn something new, that same old coping mechanism of just, fine, let's attack it. Let's make sure we don't make mistakes. Let's be perfect at it. Let's do this because even if we don't know it and we're obviously not confident because there's no knowledge in this subject matter, I have to approach it, then overachieve it and be the best of it. I never enjoyed it, especially with something that wasn't really I wasn't passionate about. And that's sad because now every learning curve I had to overachieve. And when you're doing that, it's a lot of pressure to try to be good at something, right? Instead of enjoying the process. And through the years, as I found it, I go, so well, what were the things that I really did well, but I enjoyed it? Goes back to my martial arts. Number one, it was the one thing that I could approach with violence, and it helps. It was the one thing that I could do all the time. But here's the thing, because I loved it and it spoke so much to me, that I'd approach it in a different way. It wasn't about failure. I was taught already by my teacher, it's through making mistakes that you're going to get good at the martial arts. So I invited every failure. I invited every pain. I experimented a lot because I was not afraid of the results. It was result driven. My skills had to do a certain way. So it doesn't matter how many times I fail because I'm trying to better myself. It was that kind of approach. Why I never took this same approach to other things in my life, I don't know. It would have made so many things so much enjoyable and easier. But that's why when I started to look back and go, wow. So now that I'm older and I want to approach something, I want to start doing and sharpening things, right? As one of the things. So here, I found a system that's easy for me to do. And that's good because I am now at the point in my life where I can experiment. I empower others to say, you're good enough to learn this and do it yourself. I'm good enough to figure this out on my own. Sometimes I have a teacher who shows me the right way, but the information's all out there. I go to the website, I look at the stuff, and I try it myself. And here's the thing, I'm not afraid to try it myself. I'm educating myself. I got all these blades to experiment with. You know why? Because I'm approaching it from a place of possibilities, that I can get good at this on my own. I don't need my hand to be held. I've got the videos here that I can follow. And it's okay to make a mistake, because it's not a mistake anymore. It's a lesson. And I'm empowered. And if I ruin the blades and everything else, I don't care. They're my blades to ruin. They're my blades to sharpen. They're my blades to test. You know how empowering that is? I'm not afraid to try and do whatever happens. In the old days when I was young, I got to overachieve here. If it doesn't cut, it doesn't cut. Who cares? Life goes on. And that doesn't matter in terms of whether it's this and that. I'm just having so much fun in the process of learning. And I found something that allows me to experiment. And if there are any mistakes, it's not the end of the world. And just like that, when I thought about that, what other things in my life that I actually do that even if I fail at it, or it's not going the way I want, because it's a lesson, it's not the end of the world. Keep on going. All right, so. And I've always looked back at teachers who were like that, who were empowering, who told you that you made a mistake, go fix it. Figure it out, it's okay. You're supposed to make mistakes. That's how you learn. That's the kind of teachers that I wanted, that I looked back. And I looked at how martial arts has groomed me to be a good student. It was the key about being a good student. I had to learn. Teacher goes, you want to learn from me? All right, here are the rules. You're going to follow the rules? Yes. Okay, so I'm willing to learn and follow the rules. 2, well, the fact that I'm here to impose a lot of information at you, are you willing to humble yourself and empty your cup, empty your mind so you can get new knowledge? Well, I'm going to follow the rules. If that's one of the rules, yes. So you're going to be obedient. Absolutely, I'll be obedient. I'll empty my cup. I'm here to learn from you. I'm not a student that comes in to argue with a teacher. That's why I'm a student, right? So I will empty my cup. I will make it easy for my student, for my teacher to teach me. So once again, I'm willing to follow this. I'm humbling myself. I'm offering the respect to a teacher to teach me. So being a student is one of the ways that I've learned to be my own student to teach me. As an instructor in martial arts, as an instructor for the programs that I do, I know what it takes, and I know that one of the best ways I've been able to be a good teacher is I always approach it from a student's point of view. How can I teach what I've learned? How do I want to learn? What works for me? And I empower myself. So if I can teach, because as an instructor I am, then I can learn, because I've also learned in the process of learning, and the information's out there. Then I can teach myself how to learn and learn to be my own student in learning things, because I know the process. It's okay to make a mistake. It's a lesson. There are so many things. The main thing is to be empowered, because I found that a lot of the subjects that I did not excel in when I was younger were results of a bad teacher. I remember having teachers that I hated to go to class. In the subject matter, I would have done well. I just couldn't stand the teacher. And so I connected that experience to the subject matter. And later on, when I was older, as an older student, that teacher wasn't there anymore. But I knew this subject matter that I hated. But it was important because I needed for my job, for my life. I actually was all straight A's. As an older student, when I realized a lot about myself, that I'm coming from a place of opportunities instead of that I had to overachieve. Overachieving was great. It worked. It was my fear. What I don't understand, I fear. What I fear, I destroy. Isn't that human nature? But if you educate yourself about things, you're empowered. You're not going to destroy something if you're empowered. I know control. That's power, control. So a lot of the things that I overachieved in, I did because I was trying to fill in an insecurity I never enjoyed. Every time when I got straight A's, I got awards for those. I knew the work I put in. I didn't enjoy it. But the things that I truly loved and was just enjoying the process, when I succeeded at that, I truly enjoyed that because I wasn't expecting it. I didn't do it for the award. I did it for the experience and the love of it. So in today's talk, it's once again that I love to do things. I love to approach things from a place of possibilities. Then I'm empowered. What's to be learned from this? How can I make things better? in the lessons that I've learned. This is not what I want to do again. Here's what I want to do. And I will take ownership of my mistakes and their lessons again. But I will take ownership. Yeah, I did that. I did that. Because I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to learn not to do that. I'm going to find better ways. But I do so with so much gusto, so much hope, that I'm actually seeing the results of my work. Even though as I'm playing around with them, experimenting, I'm taking the videos, I'm learning that, I'm doing that. I'll invite you to join me as I do some of these. Today is just the idea of understanding this process, right? It's a simple sharpening system. It's got a base. It's not moving around. The most important thing I found about myself is understanding the angles to get the right angle so that you're, sharpening the right edge with the right angles, and you have different, stones over here in different grades, so that the coarser, the more they'll remove, the finer, the more they'll smoothen. But I'm learning that. We do it all the time on the show using grinders. This is for our home setup. And that's another thing that I'll be getting into later on when I start my journey into carpentry and other things that I want to enjoy. But right now it begins with something simple right here, because this is a confidence builder for me. This is what allows me to sharpen my mind or sharpen my skills. But it gives me so much hope that it's a place of possibilities. And I found that I'm not the only one in this. So join me in these morning talks and sessions that I plan to put together where, I'll pick a particular blade. Well, pick a different style here. And yeah, it shows, my walls extend with different toys that I was able to pick out. And trust me, there's a lot more. That's where that comes from. I've not made the grade right now. But that's one of the things that I'm going to be using to have fun with. And I want you to join me in that journey as we start doing that, as I learn. And as I'm doing stuff, you can also definitely tell me all the mistakes I'm doing too. I'm definitely, somebody was talking about it the other day, and I welcome that knowledge. Like I said, I come from a place of possibilities, and the place of possibilities means that I need to be open to suggestions and lessons offered by everyone. And I'm thankful for that. So with that, I got my day to do. For those in Florida in the path of the hurricane, my thoughts and prayers, my positive vibes, and God, I believe in the power of prayer. So I hope that you all stay safe. I've got family over there that we're in contact with. But for the rest of us, help me where we can, and stay strong. Ben Marcaida here, enjoying my morning cup of coffee with you. Have a good day, folks.